What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. For this Tuesday, April 16th, 2024, I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here today, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army. I know, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I know that you could have been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends. Man, we have an action-packed show once again. But before I start the show, I always like to state my intentions. And my intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transitions. So that's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. And I'm so glad that each and every one of you have made it today. So much so, got to give you guys some soul claps. Gotta do it. Soul claps are in order. Gotta do it, my friends. So glad you made it. Busy week. I know you guys are busy. Busy people here on the Transition Army, on the check-in. Glad you're here and you're glad you made it, man. So let's get started. Okay, let's get after it. Let me check and see if anybody's on the check-in yet. Nobody yet. But again, when you come on, I will shout you out. That's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. So let's get started. I want to talk about the WNBA Draft and like the notable players taken in this year's 2024 WNBA Draft, as they call it, the W, right? So, first of all, Iowa's Caitlin Clark went the number one overall pick to the Indiana Fever. There was no surprise on that one, as everybody knew, okay? She will team up with last year's Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston. So they're going to make a formidable 1-2 punch. Caitlin Clark on the outside, Aaliyah Boston in the inside, okay? Because she is good. She's a great player from University of South Carolina. She had a title, right? And then the number 2 pick was Cameron Brink. She is from Stanford, and she's headed to the LA Sparks. Now, I want to shout out this fun fact that I didn't know, but again, they brought it to the attention in the draft. And let me just tell you, the draft was something special, man. I really enjoyed it. I don't usually watch the WNBA Draft, but I really enjoyed this because they had some good nuggets, and you know the ladies were dressed up in the whole nine. A little different than when they play, but hey, they get dressed up now too. So you know when they play. But little fun fact about Miss Cameron Brink: do you know that Steph Curry's mom is Cameron's godmother? Did you guys know that? Little fun fact. And also another fun fact: if you guys are noticing that what is it, New Balance commercial? When you got guy Murray who plays for the Nuggets and Kawhi Leonard, all those people. Do you guys notice the young lady who was in the last shot of that one in the picture? I think she was on the far left. Man, that's Cameron Brink. So she signed a deal with them with New Balance, and I think that was a lifestyle deal, right? Lifestyle deal because I know when she played at Stanford, that was with Nike. Wow. Oh, now. On the check-in from the Rock, we got Felicia on the check-in. Hashtag the bride to be. That's right. Welcome, Felicia. Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. As Felicia says, great lighting this week. Oh man, thank you. I can use all the help I can get. Thank you, Felicia. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And also on the check-in, we got McClancy's finest, my guy Steven, Eric Jackson on the check-in. What's going on, Steve? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friend. Welcome. We also got, who else we got? We got Dee Dolores on the check-in. What's going on, Dee? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome. We got the whole crew. They're filling up on the check-in. I appreciate you guys checking in. If you guys just joined us, we just talked about the notable players in this year's WNBA Draft, okay? So now we're up to the 3rd pick, was taken by Carmela Cardoza. She is from South Carolina. They just won a national championship. She's headed to the Chicago Sky, who she will team up with the number 7th pick, which is Angel the Bayou Barbie Reese out of LSU. Man, so the Chicago Sky got the number 3 pick, the number 7 pick. Their front line is going to be affordable for years, and I predict both of these players will light up the Chicago skyline. They are that good. They are that good, man, and that talented. You know, they're very marketable ladies too. They're gonna have a field day. Oh my God, man, they're gonna have a field day. So they were entered into the draft. Now, other notable players was J.C. Shelton. She is from Ohio State, and she went to the Dallas Wings at number 5. And it was a nice poignant moment she had with her sister, I believe, who has Down syndrome, and I know she wants to be a component of that. But as a nice feel-good factor when she came on the scene when she was being interviewed. That was good to see as well. Then you had UConn's Aaliyah Edwards, went to the Washington Mystics at number 6. Man, she's a great player too. I didn't know she was Canadian. Didn't know that at all, man. So she's a great player at number 6. And then you had Deshaun Fair, who is the number 3 all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's history. She went number 16, going to the champions, Las Vegas Aces. Man, as they said on the broadcast, the rich get richer. As Steven said, Aces got 2 good players. Absolutely, yep. 2 good players, you're right, Steven. The rich do get richer. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But, yeah, man, so the draft was really good. It was really spectacular. It was a thrill to see. And the WNBA season starts May 14th. It's like right around the corner. Next month, actually. Almost to the day. Next month, it will be the actually season debut, May 14th. And a couple of tidbits about that and about the WNBA and about Caitlin Clark, okay, which is very important. Do you guys know 24 of her games will be televised nationally? 24 of them. And then the home games of the Indiana Fever have already been sold out. And shout out to Caitlin Clark. I don't know if you guys saw her on Saturday Night Live. She did a hell of a job there. And there she was yesterday promoting, hey, the ticket's going to go fast. You got to get your tickets before they're gone. You know what I mean? So, man, great promotion person. You know, Caitlin Clark's going to do her thing there. And also, let me throw this other tidbit. Yesterday's draft was the first time tickets were sold. This is the first time they did this. It was in Brooklyn, held in Brooklyn at the BAM, right? And it was sold out in 15 minutes. 15 minutes it was sold out. So the transition to women's basketball is now. The fanfare still is in effect for the NCAA tournament, to the regular season, to the NCAA tournament, now to the WNBA, because they had the spotlight. They had everything to themselves yesterday. Great marketing employed by the NBA and the WNBA. They had all the fanfare because the players are tonight for the NBA. So again, they are just riding the wave and the momentum, and it all helps when Caitlin Clark is made available to play in this. And if I'm Caitlin Clark, like I told you guys before I reported it up, but the big 3, Ice Cube, the marketing genius as he is, he offered her $5 million for 10 games. Hey, again, if I'm Caitlin Clark, the WNBA could wait for a little bit. You know, I'm just saying, if they could work that out, you know, that's easy money. But that's great publicity to the big 3. That would be great, man. And opening the pipelines for what's to come down the line. Because, again, everything's going to be opened up when Juju Watkins comes into town. Just saying. My guy Steven says, she's going to learn a lot from Becky Hammon, Kelsey Plum, and the rest of the champs. Yes, she is. Deja Fair is going to learn from that. As she stated that. Like she was ready to ball right then and there, too. Right then and there. Look like she's a tough cookie. And I mean that all respectfully. She like she got mad game. We know what she can score, Deja Fair. And she comes in, you know, she steps into good fortune. Steps right in. No pressure involved, too. All you got to do is just learn from the best and the champions, too. The Las Vegas Aces. So, you know, that's the cool thing about it, too. It's not, but, yeah, the WNBA draft, spectacular. Got to keep it rolling, keep it moving and grooving. Again, these ladies are changing the game, man, as we see it. Changing the game, man. So, you know, it's really good to see, man. It's really good to see, and it was very professionally and well done as well. Yep. Yeah. So, you know, it was really good. It's really, really good. Man, speaking of water, that Cynthia water is delicious. Just saying. Jesus Christ. So let's transition into the passing of a hip-hop cultural icon, DJ Mr. C. Okay, I want to speak about DJ Mr. C. Oh my God, we got my future nephew on the check-in. Tomoric is on the check-in. Oh my God, what's going on, T.O.? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. My future nephew, I call my nephew, not future, my nephew here. You know what I mean? He's a newbie to the show, so welcome, T.O. I'm glad you're here, sir. I am glad you're here. As Tomoric says, ladies have shut down lots of opinions. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh man, yes. So again, want to talk about the passing of a hip hop cultural icon, DJ Mr. C. Now, if you don't know Mr. C, DJ Mr. C rose to fame as the DJ for the legendary Big Daddy Kane. That's one of my favorite hip hop artists by far in the late 80s. And then helped introduce the notorious B.I.G. Okay, I think the story goes that DJ Mr. C brought Big to Diddy at Bad Boy Records, right? So, but he was also the executive producer on Biggie's 1994 classic Ready to Die album, right? And Mr. C, DJ Mr. C, was affectionately known as the Finisher. And here in New York City, he had a show on Hot 97 called Old School at Noon. Oh my God! At 12 o'clock every noon, Monday to Friday, man, he just throw back the classic, man. Mr. C was a classic guy, with classic beats. He brought everybody together. He would seem like the bridge too. And here's what I recommend about Mr. C too. If you guys haven't had a chance to see on Showtime the documentary on the Biz Markie, he is prominently known there because he was good friends with Biz Markie, DJ Mr. C. So rest in peace to DJ Mr. C. He was only 57 years old. And I had the privilege of actually going to a Mr. C, when he was doing at a club. Man, I saw him here in Queens. I seen him shut down that club. I saw him shut it down with the likes of, who was there? The EPMD was there. Man, Treach from Naughty by Nature was there. Man, Redman was there. And again, the featured guy, the finisher, DJ Mr. C ripped it. So rest in paradise, Mr. C. Rest in paradise. Man, oh man, oh man. Yup. Oh, thank you, Felicia. Also, we got my guy, Mr. Irvin, on the check-in, a newbie here to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, Irvin, welcome, my good friend. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining us, man. You caught us at a good time, too. So that's good stuff, man. I'm glad you're here. So, yeah, man, the passing of DJ Mr. C, the finisher, stuff is probably going to come out about his life, but nah, we ain't going to, focus on no nonsense. We're going to focus on that guy. That guy was the bridge in hip-hop. That guy knew his stuff. Man, that guy was a great DJ, rocked the parties. He rep Brooklyn to the fullest, and he was, the DJ for one of my favorite rappers, Big Daddy Kane. So nah, man, rest in paradise, Mr. C. Rest in paradise. I know he's mixing right there, man. As soon as he got to the gates, he was in there. The finisher's here now. The finisher is here. I can just see him saying that. Man, as Steven says, major loss in DJ Mr. C. Absolutely, yeah, man. Also, man, it was a major loss. Believe the other guy in Houston, Texas, I think his name was Rico. I forget the last name. Very pioneer. I know he was with the Dungeon family, man. So rest in peace to him and his family as well, too. As Steven says, OJ as well, rest in peace. Yeah. And speaking of OJ, Steven, and everybody out there, want to talk about the passing of a sports icon, which happened to be Mr. OJ Simpson. So Mr. OJ Simpson, a former college and NFL star who was marked by both athletic prowess and legal controversy, has passed away at the age of 76 due to cancer. Now, after his Hall of Fame playing career was over, the Juice, as he was affectionately known, right, appeared on Monday Night Football, and he also had countless TV and movie appearances as well. And he was last seen, and the guy, I gotta admit, I was surprised, but he was last seen on It Is What It Is. That's the show on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen this, catch this, man, with rappers Mace and Cameron. Oh my God, you guys gotta see it. The Juice was at home. It was a little tough at first because I think it was a filling out process. But when O.J. Simpson got comfortable, especially with those guys, man, it was really great to see. They affectionately called him Uncle O. So If you guys haven't had a chance to go back and check that out. Go check out It Is What It Is. I endorse It Is What It Is. I don't miss it. I haven't missed an episode this year, season 3, and I recommend you guys go back if you haven't seen it. See the episodes with O.J. Simpson, man. It was really classic and priceless, man. O.J. Simpson, you guys saw a different, view of O.J. Simpson, man. So it was really cool. It was really good. It was really good. Irvin says, thank you, my brother. I'm enjoying your show. Now, I appreciate that, Irvin. I'm glad you're here, too, my friend. I'm glad you're here, man. So, yeah, man. Another thing about O.J. Simpson was, now, keep this in mind, okay? Now, O.J. Simpson was acquitted, okay? He was acquitted in the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ronald Goldman, right? So I want to talk a little bit about this really briefly. I want to talk about the New York Post, who had the back page about O.J. Simpson's death. They just basically said good riddance, and good riddance to a murderer, good riddance to a liar. Okay? Man, tell you what, the Post, shame on you for doing that. I mean, the guy not even cold in the box, as my boy Kairusa would say. Not even cold in the box, and you slandering the man just like that. It's probably funny, and I'm sure this didn't take place, but did you have that same energy when he was alive? Like, would you say those things to O.J. Simpson when he was alive? But no, we wait in death to say that, right? So, nah, shame on the New York Post, man. And I think I'm the only person who buys that junky newspaper because, again, every Sunday, my mom loves to read the New York Post. She likes doing the crossword puzzles, but, I'll let them live on this one. But nah, shame on this, man, for them doing something like that. On a person's death, they just, hit them hard like that. It's probably uncalled for and unnecessary, but, man. But like the show says, it is what it is. And, R&P to the Juice. Great player, great football player. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate. And he died of cancer as well. I believe it was prostate cancer. He died of that. But, that's the deal on that. And I had 2 questions before we head on out really quick. Now, where were you? Here's a question, right? Where were you when the verdict was read in the 94 O.J. Simpson trial? Like, where were you? Do you remember where you were in 1994? We might have some younger people, like my guy, my nephew, O.T. Tamark. He wasn't around during that time, right? Obviously. A lot of people weren't around during that time. But I remember exactly where I was during the verdict was being read. I remember I worked for Justice. I was 2 years out of college. Worked for Justice, and I remember taking off that day because the verdict was read around 12 or 1 o'clock Eastern time, right? So I remember having I had a 2-piece of KFC. I remember it like it was yesterday, right in front of the TV, waiting for the verdict. And again, it was split, you know what I mean? So T.O., man, what you're going to find out during that time was, it was kind of split. Blacks was going for OJ, whites was not going for OJ. So when the verdict was read, and it really changed how we deal with people, so racially. I think that trial, because when the verdict was read, he was read not guilty. Again, black people were celebrating, rejoicing. I don't think it had nothing to do with the OJ getting off, but I think it had a lot to do with a lot of times black people in our country, were accused of things and were found guilty probably when they were innocent. So it was more of a jovial plea about that than it was about the actual trial. So I remember where I was. Do you guys remember where you were? Felicia says she just graduated college at Shaw University, the Shaw Bears in 1994. Yes, And then Steven says, don't remember where I was during the verdict, but I remember watching the Knicks versus Suns game on the NBC, and they split screen the highway chase. That's right. Yes, they did. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well, Steven. Thank you, man. And Didi says, worked in a white neighborhood that day, and everyone was ghosting. Yes, and ghosting was evident back then, right, Didi? Absolutely. But Stephen makes a great point as well. And again, I asked the question for you. Where were you in the 94 infamous police chase with the Juice and his main man, Al Collins, okay? Now, There's a great documentary, 30 for 30 documentary on that actual day. How many different things went down that day? Man, from the chase to the Knicks playing in which they interrupted the game. I think there was stuff going on in the Rangers. I think the Rangers, New York Rangers, hockey Rangers, there was a parade in New York City that day. There was something going on in the golf. There was something going on that night. I believe that night, I think Tyson fought that night too. All these things went down that particular day during that Bronco chase. So take a look at that 30 for 30 doc about the dealings of that chase, that the infamous Bronco chase. The police Bronco was really a crawl, but that went down all that day. Take a look at that if you guys get a chance to do that, man. Yeah, it was really eerie. It's really crazy. But I remember, I know I was supposed, and I wish my guy Don Elliott was on here and my guy Brent Birmingham was on here. But I remember we were supposed to be going out to playing in I believe it's like a 3-on-3 tournament, and I wasn't able to make it. And I know Don and Brent, they got there and everything like that, right? And and they was telling me like, oh man, did you hear what happened and this and that? I said, no, what happened? They told me this, like, yo man, we didn't even get a chance to play. We didn't get a chance to have the game because of the Bronco chase, man. Everybody was watching that. They had to cancel the tournament in the whole nine, at least postpone it for a day. And I remember that. So I remember them telling me the story about that. So but yeah, man, take a look at that and find out. It was really crazy. It was really strange. So T.O., man, tomorrow, man, you'll probably hear stories about this, man, but in 94, that's what went down, man. That's what went down with O.J. Simpson. Really crazy, but it was one for the record books. It was one for the record books. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. As I play my theme music. All right? Let me see what we got.
The champ is here.
What?
The champ is here.
What?
The champ is here.
What?
The champ is here.
Oh.
The champ is here.
Oh. My mistake. Wrong theme music. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. Oh, my God. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I want to thank you guys for the bottom of my heart for you watching our show each and every Tuesday. I thank you, thank you, thank you. You can see this show and our past shows on our YouTube channel, right? You can check that out at Transition Tuesdays. When you're there, please like and subscribe, okay? I really appreciate it. If you haven't been following me already, you can follow me on Instagram at Russ Will Transitions. That's Russ Will Transitions with an S. You can also follow me on TikTok at Russ Williams 11. That's Russ Williams, the number 11, okay? Follow me and I'll follow you back. You know it, right? And also, I want to give a major shout out to our corporate sponsor, Sweet Candy Cafe, home of confectionery goodness in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. So after the show, I want you guys to go on the website, sweetcandycafe.com, to order your confectionery goodies. Okay, your taste buds will thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say, as everybody says, good evening, but as we say in parting, happy transitioning. We'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless.